Hi there, I'm Erin Simmons. I am a style coach, a sustainable designer, and a self-proclaimed highly sensitive weirdo. Today I want to talk about something that people very rarely connect to their personal style, and that is sensory issues. Now, this might not be something that you've ever thought about before, but I'm going to talk today about why it matters. So, a little background on me. I've always been really sensitive, and not just emotionally, although I am very sensitive emotionally, but in every way that you can be sensitive. Now, that normally in a nurturing environment would have been just fine. But I was raised in the Idaho backwoods, surrounded by some of the most masculine men you can think of. Think cowboys, ranchers, men who valued toughness above all else. In that environment, being sensitive, let's just say it wasn't highly thought of. I learned pretty early that being sensitive was about the worst thing that I could be, which means that I got really good at burying that stuff very young. I believe the opposite of mindful is dissociated. I didn't have someone teaching me how to sit with my very big emotions. So what I did instead was I got very good at disconnecting from them. Here's the thing. When you disconnect from your emotions, you usually end up disconnecting from your body too. I got really good at blocking out physical sensations. I was that kid that would wait till the very last second to go to the bathroom. I often had unexplained bruises on my body from walking into furniture, and I didn't remember that happening. I also don't have a lot of memories from my childhood because I was just so checked out. You might be wondering what this has to do with clothes. The thing is that when you get really good at checking out from your body and your emotions, you get really good at ignoring things that bother you, and that includes clothes. I'm a firm believer that most of us have sensory issues to some degree. I also think that most of us are very good at ignoring those sensory issues. Things that are bothering us are often still affecting us on a psychological level. Through therapy, a meditation practice, and a lot of self-work, I've started to reconnect with my body. And that includes starting to reconnect with some of my sensory issues that I have been ignoring for most of my life. This means that I'm starting to actually notice how things feel on my body and notice the ways in which they affect my psychological well-being throughout the day. So some examples of this are, I really dislike when my bra strap is falling down my shoulder, or when a waistband is too tight around my waist, or when my thighs stick to a plastic or vinyl chair, or even a necklace around my neck when I'm hot and sweaty. Now, none of these things are acutely painful, right? But that doesn't mean that they aren't wearing on me throughout the day. They're adding just that one extra thing to a day full of things that might be emotionally challenging or a little bit stressful. It's like that idea of the grain of sand in your shoe. It's not really noticeable at first, but after hours and hours of walking on that grain of sand, you've started to notice how it feels, and it becomes irritating. There's this word in mindfulness, noticing. Any of you that have had a meditation practice or worked with practitioners that practice mindfulness will tell you that the first step in, sitting with your feelings is noticing your feelings. So I think that's great advice. The next time you get dressed, I want you to take a few extra minutes to really notice how these things feel on your body. Are they pulling in places that don't feel comfortable? Are there places that are itchy? Or are you hot? How are these things moving on your body? Is this a sensation that you are going to be able to put up with all day, or is this eventually going to start wearing on you? The more you practice noticing sensations of clothes on your body, the better you're going to get at identifying things that are eventually going to become very irritable during the day. Over time, you'll get better at identifying what you like, what you hate, and what you need. That in turn will help you further refine your personal style. Because personal style is about so much more than how you look. It's about how you feel in your clothes. If you feel good in your clothes, that confidence is going to shine through. So here's my challenge for you. This week, when you get dressed, I want you to notice the sensations of the items that you're putting on your body. There are going to be a lot of really annoying things in your life that you're not going to be able to change. Your clothes shouldn't be one of those things. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might find this information helpful. As always, if you need a guide in this process, I would love to help. Just head over to my website at erinsimmonsstyling.com and schedule your free 30-minute consult. Take care.